why this is actually a just thing for God to do. But that's hard for us to understand. We're going to try to dig deeper into that. Any other observations on this one? Okay, the last one, Joseph.
Each year from generation to generation, you must celebrate it as a special festival to the Lord. This is a law for all time. For 7 days, this festival will be a permanent law for you. Celebrate this day from generation to generation.
When they celebrated it all the other years, if they didn't have a house that had a house to get the blood on?
Yeah.
Does that mean it's still count?
No.
You mean 10?
I mean, there's no story of that happening.
But what about if they had a house?
There was a lot of years where they didn't do it. They just ignored a lot of the festivals.
I see how you say
But one day, a wicked servant snuck into the king's chamber while he slept and stole the crown. And then he fled to a distant land. Okay, so he and stole the crown. Then he fled to a distant land. He sold the crown to a rich merchant and received in exchange a pile of gold 10 feet high. Meanwhile, the king's family had to leave the palace, and they became very poor peasants. After many years, the king died, and his son went to a judge and asked for justice. "Please," he pleaded, "go and find that wicked servant's family that was thousands of miles away in a distant city, and no one from the kingdom knew where they went." So the king's son came up with a plan. Yes. He decided to start to save money so he could someday hire spies to find the servant. By the time the son had finally grown old, he still hadn't saved enough money. So his son began to save. And the son after him. And finally, after 1,000 years, the king's family had enough money to hire the spies. Meanwhile, the wicked servant's family lived in incredible luxury, spending their pile of gold freely on anything they wanted. But one day, about 1,000 years later, when the king's servant's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandson was eating at one of the fanciest restaurants.
I have a question.
He returned and told the judge, and the judge sent the marshal to the distant country to arrest the son of the servant's family and bring him back. But wouldn't you know it, on the day the marshal arrived, that great-great-great-great-grandson of the wicked servant had just spent the last piece from the pile of gold. He had no money left. The marshal still arrested that oldest son of the family and brought him before the judge. People from all over the kingdom streamed in to watch the court case. The heir of the king's family stood before the judge and made his case, saying, "Judge, for 1,000 years my family has suffered terribly. Many of my family died because we didn't have enough money for doctors or medicine. Several even starved to death when famines would strike the land. And here, this man has lived his whole life off the gold his family made from this terrible stealing that rightfully belonged to us. And he said nothing. He didn't ask where the gold came from. He just enjoyed his easy, rich life while my family suffered. This man standing before you represents his family and all the evil they committed against my family. Now, Judge, give my family justice." What should the judge do?
Give them justice.
You should. How do you do
not
that?
fair world.
And that's the true story, right? That's really what happened. Well, that's what you guys need to tell me. What should the judge do?
He didn't commit the judge didn't commit just